What's your name?
My name is Paul Huang.
Where were you raised?
I was born in Taiwan and I moved to the United States in 1981 when I was 14.
What path brought you to I-poly High School?
It was after I noticed the .com was going to become a .bomb. So I decided to file for a government job. So I used to work at NBC.
What do you like most about your job?
I like the interaction with students and sharing with them my experience and a different way of looking at things, getting things done with the most optimal solution.
What do you think is the biggest challenge in your job?
The biggest challenge is space. My workspace is barely 8 by 6, and when I first started at I-poly, my space used to be the entire portable, 20 by 40, and it shrank and it shrank, and now it's down to 8 by 6.
What university or college did you go to?
I went to Cal Poly Pomona right next door, and then I went to Art Center College of Design in Pasadena.
Like, what inspired you to like use technology or anything?
Since I was a kid, I took apart robots. When I was 6 years old, I took a robot apart into pieces and I turned it into something else. And that's when I started dealing with electronics and made my own radio, wireless microphone when I was in grade school, and computers when I was in junior high school. Almost made a bomb in the classroom. I was making oxygen and whatever else. So that got me started with anything that has to do with electronics.
Macs or PCs?
Mac or PCs? Believe it or not, in 1989, right in the graphics lab in Cal Poly Pomona, I said, over my dead body, I wouldn't buy a Mac. I would never buy a Mac ever. But after I got into Art Center, things started changing because it gave me a different perspective. I started paying attention to user interface on the computer, and there is a better way, a more efficient way to do things. Therefore, the Macintosh. 10 years ago, when we started putting all the computer labs together in the classroom, the keyboards were very filthy, just like this. So that was the first year and only year I picked up a bottle of Windex and I cleaned every single key. See how filthy this is? Anyway, so I cleaned about 100 keyboards, spent a few days cleaning and set them up. And by the end of the school year in June, became dirty again. So from then on, I just decided not to deal with it. You know, students need to keep their hands clean. And over the last 10 years, we have discovered the source in Lake Coast Downey warehouse. We were able to pick up a lot of surplus equipment. So now we are in a position to discard the really filthy keyboards, and we are able to replace them with working and clean keyboards. So over the last few weeks, we've had a fire marshal visit, and as a result, we need to toss away a lot of dilapidated equipment. So that's where we are right now. And my office is filled with outdated equipment that needs to be discarded. Here is a color laser printer, and it has 4 toner cartridges: black, yellow, magenta, and cyan. And these toner cartridges just arrived this morning, so I'm going to replace them all. before you remove the shield, you need to evenly distribute the toner, like this. And be sure to remove one at a time and install one at a time so you don't lose track of which toner cartridge goes where. And now the last one. Now each one of these cartridges could be recycled at Staples, Office Max, or Office Depot, and they'll give you $3 of credit for each one. And I'm putting on the shield back because as you can see, each one is exposed and it's going to get your car all messed up, so I'm putting the cover back on.